John, where are you? John?
People with dementia like to walk, but they get lost.
I was afraid that John was going to go over the edge.
They see the world in a very different way.
They look down at the ground, and that's the only thing that they'll see.
Well, you can't see very much, can you?
No.
Now, if they go missing, GPS tracking can help find them.
The Coast Guards drove up, and then somebody shouted, "We've got him." This is John's locator, and it's what keeps him safe.
So he wears this all the time?
All the time. Whether he's going to go for a walk or anything.
John Dunn has dementia. He's going walking in the woods, but on the path outside his house, there's an invisible geofence.
It's 500 metres round the property, and every time John goes through it, I get a message on my mobile phone. It's all way above me, but it is really very, very useful.
The locator uses satellites to tell where John is and how far he's gone. 70% of dementia patients who go missing are found less than a mile from their home.
He just feels that he's got to get somewhere, and so he starts going for a walk, and then of course he just goes wherever he's led.
John doesn't say much, but he's a strong walker and he can travel for miles. Today he's heading to a beauty spot near Midhurst. 15 miles away at a council-run centre in Chichester, his movements are being followed.
This is showing at the latest fix, that's where John is at the moment. And then we can go into the history and show it on the map. And then that will show us all the points that have been covered today since he's been out with the Mindme and it's been switched on.
The satellites pinpoint John's position to within 10 metres.
You can tell if they're in open ground, whether in sort of, as John's been before, in sort of the middle of a large copse. We can say whether he's sort of in the middle, towards the outer edge, near a path, things like that. So it's quite handy where you can describe where the person is.
To some, it's all a bit Big Brother. Every person who wears a locator can be tracked, but that only happens in an emergency.
It's the best piece of kit to be able to give actually someone their liberty and their freedom back. It's the complete opposite to what anyone ever thinks it is.
People with dementia want to have freedom. They want to be able to go out and about. But there is a duty of care that the carer has to observe, and they have to be sure that when somebody goes out and about, they're safe. Now, nobody has yet come up with a better solution, either a GPS device or lock them in their own home.
John, where are you?
Back on the walk, Rose is worried. John's disappeared.
John!
We've been walking for about 20 minutes and we're probably 3/4 of a mile from the house, and John is headed over to this area here, a well-known viewing spot situated on a hill with a very steep overhang.
Ah, hello darling. You're finding a new route, aren't you?
He's quickly found and he's safe. But on Christmas Day last year, he went missing on the cliffs above Durdle Door.
John was just going out of view, going round a bend, and we got to the top, no sign of John. Went to the car park, no sign. I started to panic.
Because John had a locator, the emergency services knew his exact GPS position, on a track just a few hundred yards from the cliff edge.
As soon as I met the ambulance chap, I didn't have anything to worry about because he was able to talk to the girls on the care line, and then somebody shouted, "We've got him."
John had been missing for 2 hours.
And, oh God, I can't bear it. I just see him all the time. And he was, just covered in mud, and he was torn, his trousers were torn and everything, but he looked so forlorn. But he was safe, That's all I was worried about, was he was safe.
It's a lovely day today, isn't it? When we first moved here 30 odd years ago, it was a favourite place, especially either at dusk or early morning. At dusk in the summer to hear the nightjars, and then early in the morning in the spring to hear the dawn chorus.
Knowing where John is helps keep him safe, but it also means he and Rose can stay together.
I see us being able to live here independently for now, and with the help that we get, we'll be able to live here for a lot longer. You can never see into the future, but now is good enough.